Good evening. Good evening. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. I am the Jeyamalini terms of this meeting. Today will be 181st meeting of our Vellore Toastmasters Club. And before starting the meeting, I will be explain the 3 ground rules. Please make ensure your mobile phone is keep silent. And as a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, politics. During speaking, try to refrain this topic. And also, while leaving from the room, using during applause, you can make the leaving from this home and try to enjoy the meeting. Everybody having the mission of our life. Our Toastmaster Club also having the mission to achieve their goals. But our Toastmaster Club giving the self-confidence and empowering to the communication as well as learning and supportive nature. Without further ado, I can hand over the stage to our proceeding officer.
I welcome you all to the 181st meeting of
Vellore Toastmasters.
and here.
Vellore Toastmasters.
There was a boy who used to score less or sometimes get fail mark in his class. So one day his teacher gave star to every student in the class except him. Instead of giving a star, she put a 0 in his notebook. He went back home. His mom asked him like why he did not get the star. He replied like there are many stars. Teacher has given each star to everybody and the stars are over. So she gave a moon to you. Similarly, don't see this room as an empty room. See this as an opportunity. You all are going to get a lot of stage time. You are all going to get a lot of time to practice yourself. So think it in a different perspective. With that, let's begin today's meeting. How many of you are going to take part in upcoming competition? What about Nandini?
I wish to do, but I'll tell you tomorrow.
What do you do? So, to run a contest, do you know how many people we need? Like, what are the role players? No? No idea?
12 to 15 minutes.
First, we need to have a contest chat who organize everything. And then, contest master. Contest master is like a MC who runs the meeting. So, they run the contest. And then, you need timer. Timer is so important in Toastmasters, that's important. And then, you need sergeant at last because during the evaluation contest, not everybody will be in the room. Somebody has to facilitate all of those things. We need sergeant at last. And then, apart from all these things, we need judges. We need to have a chief judge and then couple of, I think probably we have 6 judges. 5 of them will be voting. 1 judge will be kept as a tie-breaker judge. Suppose if you have a tie, at that time you will use that judge's ballots. But it will not be known to everybody who's judge. Anything we will not know. This person is timer. Nothing we will know. So if anybody is not going to take part in competition, you can consider taking a contest master, contest chair, timer and sergeant at arms. This role is going to be quite different from what we do in a regular meeting, right? So with this, it's time to introduce the special person of the
Listening is not just about hearing, but understanding the meaning and emotions behind it. It's about being fully present and engaged in that moment. I wish to share a little story that I heard. I hope many could heard about family Roosevelt. As a president, he often grew tired of his small talk at White House receptions. One day he thought to do an experiment. He wanted to know how good people are at listening. He greeted each guest with a happy smile in his face and saying, I murdered my grandmother today morning. How does it sound good? What do you think? How the guest would have replied? To his surprise, many had replied like, is it? How loudly? Someone said, keep doing the good work. I don't know what his grandmother did to all of them. They were happy to hear that she's being murdered. This is because they were listening to his smile on his face, but not on what he is trying to say. Sometimes, when we are not fully present as a listener, the reaction we get can be a bit salty, because the people feel unheard and misunderstood. Is it right? Listening is not just hearing words, but understanding the meaning and emotions behind it. Listening is a foundation of effective communication, and today we are going to dive deep into its power. For the benefit of the guests, every Toastmaster meeting is divided into 3 segments. First one, the prepared speeches, followed by table topics, and finally, evaluations. This segment helps us to develop and polish our speaking, impromptu, and feedback skills. To ensure that we learn and grow in today's meeting, we have a dedicated team led by our general evaluator who will oversee the evaluation segment. I invite our general evaluator of today, TM Kritika, to introduce her task.
So in Toastmasters, it is recommended to call someone as Toastmasters or TM. Which one? If they are distinguished Toastmaster?
Title what they have.
Yeah. Generally it is recommended if they are Toastmaster, calling with the prefix Toastmaster is recommended, and if they are a DTM, calling them not distinguished Toastmaster, just DTM is enough. Today I will be playing the role of general evaluator, and I am not going to do it alone. I have a set of I have a team. Firstly, I would like to call timer for today to give the introduction. Timer role will be played by Toastmaster 1.
Today we have one speech and evaluation. The time for the speech is 7 minutes. So at 5th minute I will show you the green card. At 6th minute I will show you the yellow card, and at 7th minute I will show you the red card. So for the table topic session, totally we have 14 minutes. At 10th minute I will show you the green card. At 12th minute I will show you the yellow card, and at the 14th minute I will show you the red card. Yeah. Oh, individual, sorry. This is overall table topics. Individual topics is 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute I will show you the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds I will show you the yellow card. And at 2 minutes I will show you the red card. Thank you. Over to you.
Now it's time to introduce our counter. This person is today taken a dual role. Person use congratulations to the Toastmaster Balaji will give the hour.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster. Today I am took the role for Agounder. In this entire meeting, I will note down the filler words like this word, and also crutch words, and so when like this also I can note down. Repeated word also I will note down and let you know the after the meeting. Thank you.
Now I call upon Gregarian Toastmaster Jeyamalini to give his introduction.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So, this is Jeyamalini Toastmaster. So today I will be playing the grammarian for the day. So as a grammarian, I have some. I introduce the word of the day. What is the word of the day? Salty. Salty, which means bitter. Okay. I had a bitter experience when I was come to the stage. I see the audience. I felt bitter. Okay. Can you use the word? I request at least 2-3 participants. Can you use these similar words? Salty.
I felt sorry when you asked me to use the word.
Wow, that's great. Any volunteers?
Before exams, everybody will get a solid experience.
Very nice. So thank you. At the end of the session, I will come with my report. Thank you.
So it's time to introduce the last tag role player, that is listener. Toastmaster Sheena will be playing the role of listener.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Today we are going to take the listener role. The heart of conversation lies in listening. It says by Malcolm Fox. How many of you are good listeners here? In my home, my wife is very good listener. Whenever I talk with my wife, with my mother, she used to listen very carefully. What I am talking with my mother. So today I am going to ask few questions at the end of the meeting, like from the speech given by the speakers. So I am going to check how many of them are listened carefully to the speech. Thank you. Thank you.
With this, I end my tag team introduction. And on the stage will be handed back to Toastmaster Pradeep. We will come at the last to give our detailed report. Over to you, Toastmaster Pradeep.
I'll be having a special session for the listener to test how good he is at listening. Now let's move on to the first segment of our meeting, prepared speeches. I understood you all are eager to listen to the speech. But before I call upon the speaker, I would like to invite the speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Kritika, to share the project details of the speech.
Today, my target speaker is Toastmaster John. He has chosen his pathway as engaging humor. Today, he is going to do his level 3 project 1. The purpose of the project for the member to determine their style of humor and apply it to a speech that centers around a central message. We all know that we have 360-degree evaluation, right? So today we have less participants and we have only one speaker. Today we will do the live 360-degree evaluation. Okay, in the evaluation segment, like after I give my report, I call upon each person to say one positive and one improvements for John, so that our speaker will get more points and also you will be able to more carefully listen and see. Okay, over to Toastmaster.
Now I invite Toastmaster John to take us on a humorous journey titled, what is the title? I was not ready for it. What is the title? Our speaker today is tackling level 3 project 1 of engaging humor pathway specifically the project engaging your audience with humor. Toastmaster John, I was not ready for this. Toastmaster.
We all have a lot of expectations in life, right? So some expectations get accomplished and we feel happy, some do not and we feel sad, or later on we feel happy about it also. I had a lot of expectations with respect to my career, with respect to my relationship, and job, and money, and all of those things. Some of it got accomplished, most of it did not get accomplished anyway. But there was one expectation that I did not have at all, but suddenly I got it. You know what that was? My first baby. No, like when we got married for the first 1 week, we were only figuring out what to do, how to do things. Okay, so only the physics and chemistry of it we were figuring out. And we were like, oh, looks like this is how it has to be done. And suddenly in 1 month we are like, you're going to be a parent. And the hawk was really frustrated with this. What is that? The things? No, the fairies that deliver the baby. It was really fast at delivering the baby to us. But you know what this is like? This is like buying an application to join an army, and you get a news saying you are selected to go to the army. And suddenly they give one baby gun in your hand and say, there is the war, go and fight for it. That is how it is. You won't be ready for this at all. In army, at least you have rules, regulations, step 1, step 2, step 3. In this, nothing like that. You know what? The moment when you go and sit on your foot and keep the hand on your foot is when mission poop is unleashed. You know what that means? And when you're really happy about this baby, lift the baby up in the hand and you open your mouth, and that is when mission P is released. You don't know when, what is happening, what is going to happen. It's like completely in an army mode, right? You know what? I like from my experience of raising two little children, I have some 2-3 tips about finding out when exactly your baby is going to be pooping. Okay? So number 1, the room will get into absolute silence. So silent that you can hear your father-in-law listening to share chat videos on the headphone. That is when you know saying, carry the baby, run to the toilet because it's time for action. Step number 2, suddenly one love will come from the babies towards you and they will start climbing on you, especially when you are wearing a new dress. That is when you know saying, oh, I got new dress, baby's love, not happening, carry the baby, run to the toilet and do the work there. The third one is a little difficult, okay? There, you don't know what is happening. They are just there, everything is normal, playing there, eating some slippers, or doing all of those things, and suddenly you will realize that aroma will slowly come. And you will know what it is, you being the parent. Exactly, your baby, even if there are 100 babies, you know your baby smell. That is when you will take the baby, not just the baby this time because it's too late for you to control. So you have to take all of the weapons, from tissues to wet wipes to hencoos to phenol to everything, and run to the toilet. And that is how it is. But I have a theory, okay? The theory is this. Aliens have been planning to take over Earth for a long time. And they've been trying to do that. But they've been failing recently. I think recently they cracked it. You know how? They are becoming babies and getting into human beings. If you notice in the last 10 years, these babies are like kings. They're like prime ministers. They sit there doing nothing. If at all they do something, they mess up the whole thing. And then they ask us to correct it also. Like the prime minister. Yeah? And they keep doing all of these things. And I'm thinking, maybe aliens are going to be taking over. And when you get frustrated and you go saying, no, this is not happening, they say, Mitra, sorry. And then they say, they cry. Right? So now, this crying is another level. You go, if your baby is crying, you don't go and ask the baby, why are you crying? You say, this is how it will go. You'll be like, do you want to go play? Do you want to eat something? Do you want to sleep? That is how it happens. Now the third was louder, not? That means not that they don't want to sleep, they want to sleep. That's when say, she's crying louder for going to sleep. So let me take the baby and go and put them to sleep. And now you sing their favorite line. Who is singing YouTube videos? put some YouTube video. But that's not some YouTube video. You know what the favorite lullaby of the recent children is? Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round. It's the most sexist song ever. Do you know why I call it the most sexist song? Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round. Correct only, no? Let's leave off. Babies in the bus go, correct only. That also will leave off. But you know when the sexism starts? When they say the mummies in the bus go, shush, shush, shush. The mummies are the power ones that take care of the baby and be there and all of those things. And the next line, the sexism goes to another new level. When the next line comes, when they say, daddy's in the bus go, I love you. Daddy won't even look at the baby. They'll turn beside and sit as if it's not their baby. Right? This is where the sexism happens. But no, you play this song. You know, on YouTube, there are videos that play just Wheels on the Bus for 3.5 hours. And those are the videos that have the highest view forms. And children don't get bored of that one song, watching it for 3.5 hours. Imagine going 3.5 hours from Vellore to Chennai, listening to this song. And you reach there and you come back and the whole video gets over and they cry again saying, one more time play this song for me. Yeah? So that is where it is. Now, this is the last part where we play the Wheels on the Bus, put the baby to sleep, cover them with bed sheet, kiss them on the forehead, and noticing your baby has slept like half an hour earlier. You say, oh my God, she usually sleeps at 12 o'clock in the night, it's 11:30. I think half an hour more me time for me. And I slowly place the baby and slowly walk away and suddenly I hear, thank you.
Now we are moving on to a very special part of our meeting, the member experience series. I hope this will be new. This segment is all about enhancing our journey here at Toastmasters, sharing insights and learning from one another. To guide us through this experience, I invite Toastmaster Kritika who will take us through the member experience series.
Don't wonder why I'm here doing this. I'm not going to speak anything now. It's like I open the stage up. Anybody who wanted to come here can come and say, how is your membership experience with Toastmasters so far? It could be a contest experience, it could be a conference experience, it could be your speech experience, anything in Toastmasters. Like the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes you can pick it up. Does anybody wants to come and share? This is the same question for everyone. Somebody, if you want, you can put the It's not compulsion to speak 2 for 2 minutes or okay.
Just tell you what, I am happy to share my experience. That's what I thought I can start with. I was searching for this kind of stage. Though I was a housewife, I want my me time to bring my passion. I don't want my passion to get dumb. So I wanted to do something which I can enhance my vocabulary or communication skill, public speaking, everything. Though one reason behind that was whether my family members understand whatever I say. For that reason alone, I was searching for this kind of stage. Then I had so many problems with so many people. They won't accommodate with me. I thought, okay, I had some communication problem in delivering my message. Okay, then I came to know through my friends and relatives, even they had the same problem in office, in their organization, with their family members. So everybody have their communication problem. The thing is, whatever I want to say, did I deliver it properly? Whether they understand or not, that is the second reason. But I am not keeping that secretly in my mind. Somehow I have went out. Or somehow I had told that person, in a way, at least next time they won't do the same mistake with me again. So this stage had given me a lot of confidence and how to communicate with others where I have to balance with others. All those things I learned from this in Toastmaster. I'm learning. So this contest and all this the next level. So I am trying my hand out over there. Thank you so much.
Who wants to go next? Yes, sir. You have been in Toastmasters for a very long time and we wanted to hear from you.
I've been Toastmaster last 1 year. I'm going to complete my 1 year journey with VTC. So why should I join the Toastmaster club? Very, very simple reason. I had one of the colleague from Chennai. We worked together in 5 years before. I met him one of the training program. I found so many improvement from his side. I asked him, why did you went to any classes, specific something? He told me he has been member with Toastmaster Ananagar 5 years. Then only I come to know he developed his communication and public speaking very well. So then he suggests me try to join Toastmaster club in Vellore or something. Initially I thought there is no club in Vellore. Then I googled it one day. Then I found VTC is available in Vellore. So then I joined the VTC. Then I can see my growth before 1 year and after 1 year. And I'm really very happy about joining as a member. I'm part of the VTC. I have not contest any international contest or some divisional contest. I contested club level only because I occupied a lot of work in my job and something. So that's why this year I have a plan. I would like to contest some few contests. So that's all. Thank you.
Anybody else wants to?
Hi everyone. First I want to say, I want to convey what's the reason why I joined in Toastmasters. Before joining Toastmasters Club, around 1 month before, I attended a meeting along with my friend. At that time, they gave mic to all the audience to speak, to stand up on their place or to come in front of the stage. This was the option. I was literally nervous, but I didn't know that I was that nervous before. Because I thought while I was studying in my college, I gave up finally a project. It was very decent and I was confident in giving my speech. But few years later, this situation came. Then I came to know that how nervous I am in public speaking. And then I googled to see any public speaking platform. And then I saw Toastmasters Club. That is the first time I hear the word Toastmaster. And that's the reason why I joined. And after joining, I took first role, it's a joke master. I thought I'll make an easy joke from my life experience. But it was a terrible experience from my side because nobody laughed. I felt embarrassed. And second role, I think so, it's a code master. I performed well because I read the book Atomic Habits. From that, I did that code. And I performed, I got a best auxiliary role player. And then only I got some confidence, okay, I can do something in public speaking. And that's the point I got more confident. And still I'm nervous, but I improved a lot from compared to first meeting. And that's the experience. Thank you.
Who wants to go next? Bonnie?
I want to say two things. One is how it is going for me. Second is the concept itself as such. First thing is I joined Toastmasters because basically when I go out and speak at various places, I really want feedback from everybody, and nobody gives me feedback. Everybody is like, nice, and they send off. And I kept thinking, saying, no, I know I'm not perfect, but nobody is giving me any feedback. And that was my first real goal on why I had to join Toastmasters. Second thing is this whole Toastmasters itself. I've been researching a little bit about how you build a community around yourself. People that fall for you, people that follow you blindly and all that. Either it be huge cult leaders to religions to all those things, that excites me very much. And I keep thinking, what keeps Toastmasters together? Like, why is everybody just going and giving all their work and putting all their time and work and money and all those things and doing it? I keep thinking always, I keep thinking what exactly it is. And one thing that struck to me as such is Toastmasters gamifies everything. It makes everything a competition. Joining members is a competition, finishing your levels is a competition, going and winning a competition itself is a competition, levels of competition, and that spirit of competition is something that is making the whole magic of saying, I will give you that adrenaline rush. You come on stage, you taste a little bit of that rush, you become addicted to that rush. And now I will give you more challenges to get more of that rush. And that rush is something that I've been missing for a long time also, because during my college days and school days, that's something that kept me going. Like school days now, I would never open my mouth, but if they say there is a stage, go and speak, I will do everything out there on the stage. So that rush is something that I'm getting every week on week, and standing here knowing that 4 people are like evaluating me, taking notes on me and everything is something that's very, in my mind, it gives me that rush of every time going new on stage, preparing, going things and come. That's why.
Anybody else?
I was working in a European company now. Generally, we used to connect with different people in the world. So their way of communication is different. So sometimes like they feel that Srinath is not communicating properly with few stakeholders. So like that feedbacks I have received from people. So I thought that what to do to improve my communication, how to deliver my what my thought to my stakeholders. So in my office we have Toastmasters. So every Wednesday people used to go to the Toastmasters. I used to sit in my workplace. So like I was joined recently 1 year back. So I asked the people, what is that Toastmaster? So they explained me, like Toastmaster is there in my business. So they told me in your district also there is Vellore Toastmaster is there. So I contacted Bharat. So he gave me the Trivandrum number. So he explained me properly. So second thing is that if you want to improve your listening skills, Toastmasters is a good place where you can able to listen and able to improve your listening skills. So I joined here to improve my communication and the listening skills. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Earlier, I am working in an automobile company. In that company, I am speaking with the North Indian people. Speaking English is very much is no issue for me. Speaking 1 hour also, no bothering about that. But drafting mail also no issue. Drafting mail also I can do it. But what happened? I can visit the North India and speaking with the technically no issue for that. But communicating with them normally is a very much difficult for me. At that time I worried about that. My communication was good, but normal speaking, what I want to say with the people, I need to improve myself so that I can choosing that Toastmaster. Thank you.
I think only Jeyamalini and Vani is there.
Yeah, I speak, but before that I actually from the designing books. And then I was not.
Actually, this series was nice to get to know a lot of different stories, like how everybody came in here. My story was entirely different. I studied in Chennai in a hostel in Arnavati. Like, it's a government college, and longing for something. Something was missing in my life. But even without my knowledge, I was going through different moods in my life. I was depressed sometimes I just wanted to go out, just be alone. But there would be some restrictions in my home, like to go. I just can't go like a boy, like how he goes. They will be looking after myself in many things. And then finally, after a year, I found Toastmasters. I just wanted to come in here just to meet some people. That's the reason why I joined here. But now I've taken some responsibility. What this is teaching me is very nice. Because in my life, in teenage and school, I've taken up something, but there is no commitment. If I wanted to draw, I do. If somebody gives me order, I do. I have things posed, I don't sometimes. But here now I have taken it. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, but I do not have any other option. Because I have to push everybody to do it, or else the meeting won't happen. I think this experience is teaching me what a real commitment would be in a life. I think it's preparing me for the bigger things in life. Thank you. It's my experience.
We all have an opportunity to learn from each other, I guess. And my journey here to speak. When I was doing my college, I'm good at speaking. Not so good, but yes, of course, I can speak in front of my classmates. No issues. Once I'm from a COVID batch, I agree. So from 2020, we'll be in an online class. There will be no chatting. We won't speak. Most of the conversation will be on WhatsApp, text message, no voice message also. After my college, I started preparing for civil services. So I leave my home from morning to night. I'll be taking my book, I'll be sitting. I won't read loud. I'll be sitting within myself. I'll go, I'll come, I eat, I'll study, I'll sleep. That's how I learned. I had no opportunity to speak. This is how 1 year went off. After a year, okay, it's enough to prepare for civil services, let's look for a job. I joined a company, a little company. There we'll be having a meeting on every week, Friday. All my team members will sit. My dear will be going and projecting something and saying something. You people did this, you people did that much error, this much error. Okay, and she'll be asking for a feedback session every week. Everybody will say something, this we can do, this could have been done. I'll be ready by that. We'll come back. Everybody will rush to their home. I'll sit, I'll open my system, I'll start to write a mail. Dear team leader, this issue you said, this could have been done. This might be the cause. She'll come again. Just now we had a meeting. Everybody was there. You could have told these things there itself. Why this mail? I was not ready to speak. I don't like to speak actually. No, it's been too long I was speaking. Are you mad? You're speaking every day. Yeah, I'm speaking every day. Okay, this went off. This job will stop. We'll look for another job. I switched to Chennai. At least here people will understand Tamil. There people are from North India. They don't know Tamil only. How I speak? I'll be very quiet. One day my manager called me. It's no matter what, you have to speak. For sure you must speak. You go and join Toastmasters. He's from Calcutta. His slang, it will be like American slang. He said Toastmasters. Toast? Red toast? What is Toastmaster? I searched the word Toastmaster for 2 days. Then I said, it is American club, it was showing. An American club will be there in Vellore. What he's thinking? He's telling me to join. Then I look, yeah, it is there, not one. We have one here, one at VIT, one at Katpad somewhere. one mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Did you know that in a conversation we retain only 25% of what we hear? That is, we are losing 75% of our conversation. It's so shocking, right? Why do you think this happens? Why we are missing 75% of our conversation? Why we are here to listen, right? But why still we are losing it? We don't do this by purpose, but this happens. Maybe because now we are in a busy world. We always think about what's next, then what's at the present. If someone is speaking and we are going to be the next speaker, we'll be like, okay, next I'm going to do. I should be prepared. I may forget to listen what the speaker is speaking now. But I believe the table topic master is listening to me rather than preparing for how to take the session next. I'm right? So I have few tips to remember so that we can be a good listener. Before getting into those things, I invite table topic master of today, table topic Toastmaster.
Hi, good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and no guest, but still, hi. Okay, I am doing the TM role for today's meeting. And this, before moving to the session, I want to tell the what is table topic. It's a in this session, even the members of the club and even the guests will participate, and they have to speak for about 2 minutes. I'll give the topic to them, and it's an impromptu speech. Okay, let's move to the session. Today I'm going to give topics related to the theme of the meeting. What is the theme of the meeting?
Power of listening.
Power of listening.
Anyone who can come to the stage?
Power of listening.
Power of listeners.
Power of listeners.
No one. Toastmaster Vani. I'll give the topic. What is the best speech or conversation that you still remember even after many days? Even it can be to your friends or your family members.
Actually, it is not a speech or a conversation, but it is the lesson taught when I was in school. I was studying, I think, 7th standard, I guess. My Tamil teacher, usually Tamil will be, we won't take it that seriously. Anyhow, we all know Tamil. If we read, we will understand. We need not put much effort on it. But that was the first class, and we are ready to do the 7th standard. First time we got new books, the small Tamil ma'am gave. Usually the first will be the poem, right? We understand everything in Tamil, but not the poem. How many times we read? Not even a single word will get the meaning. Before she comes, I'll be more eager to know new things. So before she comes, only I took the book and okay, this will be quite boring. I went and sat at the last. She started explaining each word by word, meaning by meaning. No, it was like each frame will come in front of us. The visualization, the feel that we are there in that scenario. The lot of things afterwards that made me to choose Tamil as my optional when I started preparing for my civil service. Actually, I had no Tamil in 4 years of engineering. After that, I still took Tamil because of that one impact.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeyamalini. Next, anyone?
Yeah, money.
Have you ever been caught during your school days for not listening in your class?
Thank you. I have been taught so many times because I was the last bench student from UKG to PG. So during my school days, college days, I have been taught so many times. And during our dating times also, we have been caught. So yeah, see, getting caught is in my whole life experience, I think. So one such experience is we used to take others' lunch and eat in the last bench during our school times. So beside our class, there's a restrooms for staff. So it's girls only school, and all the teachers are only women. So when science teacher was taking class and we were eating, our principal sister actually, we sat in the corner. So principal sister came and she saw that. Usually she will not use that restroom. She has separate restroom, but unfortunately on that day she came and she was watching us for more than half an hour. So after that, things were very bad. But we got caught, and then somehow they sealed us, like they will be like this only. So no need to punish them or give punishment, because even if they give, again we do the same thing. So yeah, that's all.
Anyone? Is there any one great speaker you would like to witness a speech at least once in your life?
I would say in Tamil, Arinjarana. He was a great speaker, he was a legend. He could speak Tamil and English as well. He was a very spontaneous speaker. He also he spoke, how can I say, in English style. He can speak a lot of different style of audience. He delivered his message single word. So I inspired Arinjarana. He was a very passionate speaker. He was a motivator. A lot of people followed him when he was in the politician. Especially he started a new party and he created impact, I would say. So that's why my famous speaker in Tamil. In English, my favorite speaker is Narasimha Rao. He is my mentor. He is from Chennai. He was very sharp and clear. I followed him daily, videos of everything. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalini. I need two people here for a small debate. What is the two important aspects to improve our listening
please explain it. I need to.
If you want to choose empathy.
No, empathy you can explain.
Empathy in sense.
Any example?
You will understand what others speaks, their emotions. When someone speaks, no, you will understand the feelings, what they have felt. Like you said. No, it's everything.
So active listening. If you want to be a good listener, the active listening is very, very important. In my case, like I used to attend many meetings with my stakeholders, so I will not be attending more than listening more than 15 minutes. If the meeting is for 1 hour, I will be listening only for 15 minutes only. After that, when they say something like I won't be able to concentrate and listen. So active listening is very, very important to become a good listener. Thank you.
But if you only speaking active listening, apart from that, if you giving a touch to the audience, that only will be the impact of their speaker. So it should be empathy should be the best of that for that speaker. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinath and Toastmaster Malini. Next thing one. If you had the power to become invisible, which conversation would you eavesdrop on?
I face so many problems. Not in the family as you think. My ears are very sharp. So whenever even professors speak in the college or even my friends speak, I can able to listen because my eyes are very sharp. It was not. So if I'm invisible, I want to listen what politicians actually speak. Even if they speak in front of us, they are not going to fulfill our expectations. So I want to be invisible when politicians have their meetings. What they talk, what they actually talk and implement. So that we can listen and come outside and tell the public this is what going to happen, so we can act according to that. I hope so many problems will be solved based on that. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akasha. And one more.
Three people are present here.
If you could listen to one person's advice for the rest of your life, who would it be? Why?
Okay. So recently I've been learning digital marketing, all of these things, funnel building and all that. In fact, in the last 5 days I was doing this online workshop with this person who has been teaching us how to do digital marketing. So every time I attend this workshop, like for him alone, I paid a lot of money, went and done multiple times. I went to Malaysia to learn from him. From here, whatever he does, I do it. Sometimes I cannot afford, and sometimes by luck he'll conduct some kind of contest and say one lucky winner will get it on that. I give my 100%, I become the winner, and 2 times I got a free seat to his workshops and all of that. His name is called Pentum, and he's one marketing wizard. He was a nerdy gamer before, and around 10 to 12 years back he started doing digital marketing, and from that he's become a digital marketing guru as such. I think if I have to listen to him and say, he says write this word, I write that word, click here, I click there, and and whatever he says, I think it will be magic. And he's somebody I think I don't have to think at all. He says do this, I will do it, and I will get results. Is something that I want.
Thank you, Toastmaster John. Yeah, I had a great session, and now go to the table Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jeyamalini.
Okay, and finally, now we'll move to the final segment of today's meeting, evaluation. I call upon our general evaluator, TM to lead us through the detailed evaluation.
I feel so sorry today coming to stage many times. So in the evaluation segment, the first part is prepared speech evaluation. So I am the John's evaluator, so I will be giving my score, and then we will go to the 360-degree evaluation. Does anybody in this room have second thoughts that John is one of the best storyteller in the room? No, right? I'd like to congratulate my target speaker for successfully completing his level 3 project 1. Few good things about John's speeches is voice modulation and hand gestures. You see, when you deliver a speech, you have the power of capturing audience. Everybody in the room becomes a child and carefully listens to your story. You have that power. And when you were crying like that baby, we didn't see the John. We were seeing like 6-year-old just born baby. You became the character. That was so nice, and that grabbed audience attention, and we could imagine what situation you were going through. However, I wanted to give you some feedbacks to improve upon. The purpose of this project is to give a central message. It's not just a humorous speech. You also have to convey some of this message. But I think that was somewhere missing. At last, if I recall what John was speaking, I could see that you were talking about kids and all those things, but there was no takeaway from the speech that I can do. That is one thing. The other thing, in the beginning of your speech, you were saying that you are finding it difficult to figure out what is happening in your mind. I find it a little difficult to figure out what you were speaking in the beginning. You were like so fast and saying so many things. I was like, what he's going to talk or what he's saying. Maybe you could have slowed down, maybe given more context about what you were speaking. To summarize, you have a great body language, gestures, storytelling skills, all those things. Maybe you can work upon your, coming to this project, you should be working upon the message, that is the purpose of the project, and then you could have slowed down in the beginning. With this, I end my report. Now we will go for the 360-degree evaluation. Ma'am, can we start? From there also you can say like one positive and negative.
I don't get the one term. As he has taken the topic of baking, so many actions are needed. Like you are standing in one place, like while taking tissue, Dettol. So your stage performance should be more. Like today, I felt you were standing in one place. Though your hand gestures were there, body should move here and there. Because baby will not stand or sit in one place. Even it's a small newborn also, he will keep on tapping his hands and legs. So I need that body language to move. Stage choreography was very nice. The content selection was nice. Though there were no target audience, the selection of the content he had framed it well.
Expressions nicely. I like that. Actually, you convey the emotions in a very accurate way. We resonated with that. But as Toastmaster Abhidasha said, you recommendations.
Toastmaster Jeyamalini, you have any points?
One. So, yeah. So, I admired John spoken very well actually. His body language improved. I saw initial stages he hold his hand like this. This time I did not see his hands very free. He improved a lot in body language, I would say. And one suggestion he could work on upcoming project, that is crowd work. Interaction, I think, missing. So you start directly jumping into the speaking. In front of them, just you can ask some question to the audience, then only audience will connect to the topic.
Toastmaster Vani.
So now,
Now we will go with the tag team mode. First, I will call our founder, Toastmaster Balaji, to give us report.
Today meeting is most of the members doing most of the work, and TMOD is Jeyamalini speaking that 4 times, and during apart from that there is no during table topic some people is doing like that. It is a regular one, but we need to improve. Thank you.
Now I call upon Bookmaster of the day to give a book recommendation on God's word. It's Toastmaster Nandini.
Hi, once again. As a bookmaster, I would like to recommend a book, Who Will Cry When You Die. I think most of the book readers might know this book, but today I focus on people who didn't have the habit of reading books. Because it's a very easy book. Whenever you get time, you can randomly open any page. You will find a life lesson or a so-called chapter. You can read it within 2 minutes, literally 2 to 3 minutes. It will take only 2 to 3 minutes. So that's the reason why I took this book. Even people who don't have the habit of reading book can also read this. And I want to give few life lessons, so-called chapters. First one is develop an honesty philosophy, which means we live in a world with broken promises. When we have a conversation with our friend after a long time on the phone, we used to say, next week we'll have a lunch together, but we don't keep up our promise, right? It's a very small thing, but that habit eventually will develop. If we lose that promise, if we break the promise, we lose our credibility. And if we lose our credibility, we break the trust. If we break the trust, we will break the relationship, right? It becomes a broken relationship. That continues as a cycle. So, the author Robin Sharma says, to avoid that, he uses the term trust fast. For next 7 days, we can follow this. We should try to keep up our promise, even in very small little things. Let's do this for 7 days, and we can extend those 7 days to 2 weeks, a month, like that. And the second thing is decompress before you go home. In a whole day, we will have stress and pressure in our work life or school or college life, isn't it? But as we step into our home, we will have face like cranky, frustrated, and we used to be like that when we go to home. Instead of doing that, take time and decompress yourself for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Listen your favorite song or go for a small walk, and you will get relaxed and reflect how important your family is and how would you like to have a conversation with your family, and reflect that, and then go to your home. This will definitely improve your relationship of directors. Which means in your company, we recruit a board of directors for few reasons, to improve the effectiveness of the company or to improve the credibility, right? Likewise, if you have any difficult times in your life, either in your personal or professional life, recruit a board of directors in your imagination. So, if you have any difficult times in your professional life, recruit a board of directors like any leaders, because you have professional difficulties, right? So choose any leaders and seek counsel from them. Ask what would you do in this situation, how you handle this. It might sound funny, but it improves our creative thinking ability and it reduces our stress, and at the same time we will get solution for that problem. And these are all the few life lessons I randomly picked from this book. If you have time, please read this book and you will definitely your life will change. Thank you. Toastmaster talk.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandini. Those were simple messages but very effective that you can follow on our daily life. Now I call upon grammarian Toastmaster Talimani.
Welcome back once again. So as a grammarian, I introduce word of the day, salty. Luckily, there were two people use the word. One is Jeyamalini and Toastmaster Abhitasha. Both of you use the word. I appreciate both of you. So let us give a big round of applause for that. Yeah, I found some good usage of language in this stage. People using there, here and there. Place a verb, take off. If you place a verb, take off means you want to learn a new skill or something. Suppose I want to learn photography. I want to learn, instead of that you can use I take off photography for the hobbies. So that's kind of place you have used in the speaker. And I have a few more suggestions. A few Toastmasters used future sentence, simple future tense for narrating past incident, but instead of that you can use past tense, simple past tense for narrative or past event. And some Toastmasters try to use if clause also. If clause, there are four conditions. The first if clause is the positive way you can use. If you work hard, you will succeed the game. Remaining three if clauses are, if condition, unless condition. It's a negative way we can express our message. Okay, so try to work on this. And also then you and I. So mostly John and I went to the cinema last week. We can use name is first and I. Suppose you use John and me. This is adjective pronouns. It has to use in at the end of the sentence. Okay, so that's all my report. Thank you.
Now I call upon listener of the day, Toastmaster Srinath, to give us a report.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask a few questions. I'm going to check how much you have listened today. Okay. Toastmaster John used a word example for buying an application for to join. Use some
Army.
yes. Next, he used theory for aliens. Something he said. Use like but I was not. Can you say?
Invading. Invading.
No, the word you're asking.
Yes. Theory for alien
Speaker get one of the
No, that word is a nice word.
You can
I
Answer.
Question number 3.
again, you want to
Hypothesis. Hypothesis. Something like that used.
Let's use the YouTube favorite rhymes for baby. My son was 1.5 years old. He was seeing this rhymes from past 6 months old. From 6 months till now. His son conversation, how many percentage of like generally we listen? She used 1 percentage.
25%.
Yes, that's all. Thank you.
Last but not the least, very important role player, that is timer. I call upon Toastmaster body to give a timer report.
I would like to congratulate everyone for not exceeding the time limit except for one. So the Toastmaster exceeded a bit. She took 4 minutes 2 seconds. And other than that, everyone were in time. Like Speaker John took 6 minutes 37 seconds. And evaluator Toastmaster Kritika took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Except that everyone were not exceeding their time. Thank you so much.
So now I am going to give my general evaluator report. The meeting started 1 to 1.5 minutes late. Today's Sergeant Atomic was Toastmaster Balaji. He came this role for the very first time. He really started it well and laid on the ground beautifully. But there is one rule that we recently removed in our club, which he mentioned that in our club we are open to talk about sex, religion, or politics if that does not offend anybody. So that should be corrected. And then we had presenting officer address now. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, the theme introduction was really nice, and you took this role in a very short period. You just joined the club a couple of weeks back, and it takes some time to understand what is actually happening in the transition. But you are nailed it. There are no flaws in transition. You explained the theme very well, and you did the job well. Only one recommendation for you was you have to introduce the topic only when the speaker is on the stage. You introduced it much before when the speaker is coming to the stage. It should not be revealed. It should be revealed only in the stage, and you don't have to explain the projects and the pathways and all. That will be taken care by the evaluator. The role of Toastmaster today is to introduce the speaker and the topic. Other than that, you did a great job. Your theme, everything was nice. Even though the guests were not there, you still explained the Toastmasters segments. Coming to timer, your introduction was nice, but in your introduction you missed the evaluator's time limit. And coming to your report, you gave a brief report, but timer also has to give report about the topic speakers. They have to give report about prepared speech speakers, evaluators, and favorite topic speakers. Our founder, Toastmaster Balaji, did a great job. He's doing the role for the first time, I guess. The introduction was nice, but your report could have been much more detailed. The report was very short. Maybe you could have included some other word. I know definitely people would have used it. I myself used it many times maybe. Instead of counting this you can also count repeated words like so, and those things would have more done. Grammarian of the day. In your introduction, Toastmaster Kalamani introduced word of the day. The word of the day is a bit less complicated, so I think it would be easy for many people to use it in their speech. And I saw some people using it, and but in your introduction, you raised a point, that is to introduce yourself as a grammarian. You introduce only different could be never heard of like something related to psychology or anything. But this was a bit simple, good recommendation for somebody who is starting, and you gave simple messages that is really effective and could be used in your life. Coming to listener of the day, Toastmasters Sriran, you gave a wonderful introduction for the listener. You took up the role just before few minutes, and you gave a introduce with the quote and you engaged the audience by telling your personal stories. That was nice. Maybe in your report you could have added few more questions because we have some time. So whenever we have time, listener and some other workplace can accommodate based on the time that we have. Right now we have some time, so we could have added few more questions. Suppose we are already far behind the agenda. At that time, maybe you can limit your questions. And coming to table topic master, Toastmaster Anthony did a great job. She introduced what is table topics, and more importantly, the topics were related to the theme. That sometimes we used to have it. Theme used to be something and table topic used to be different. But today, Toastmaster Anthony helps to carry the theme throughout the meeting. Sometimes we talk about the theme in the beginning and then talk about it again in the end. But it was not like that. The listening that was throughout the meeting. And evaluator for today is myself. I don't know what I should recommend to myself. Apart from that, the overall meeting was really nice. But not just today's meeting, if you could see our clubbing overall, it's slowly people are tending to lose the interest. I know something is missing in the club. These days slowly start getting increasing, but you all should try to bring it back again. Like it's the role, the quality of the meeting, everything depends on the role players of that day. If I asked you to recall one of the Vellore Toastmasters meeting, everybody will have one of the meeting. It would be because of one particular speech or it would be because of the theme of the day. So whenever you take up a role, you try to do something creative so that everybody will have a good experience and we'll boost up our meetings. That can be done. With this, I finish my general environment report. Now I hand over to Toastmaster Jeyamalini.
What do you all think as the basic need of humans? Your humans, right? You will be having some basic needs. Food.
Shelter.
And cloth. Then, food, clothing, and shelter. Okay. If food, clothing, and shelter and mobile phone is enough, you will
Peace of mind.
peace of mind. When you get peace of mind?
When food, clothing, shelter is satisfied, and then we do something extra.
Okay. But what I believe is the most basic need of all humans is the need to understand and being understood. Right? You have everything. You are trying to say something to someone and there is no one to listen. But there is someone who's doing their own work and they are not listening. How it will be for us? Are we satisfied? Do we have peace of mind? Alright. So when we'll have better understanding, we'll have a better understanding only when we are able to listen. We have to know what is listening. I took up few tips so that we become a good listener. First one is practice active listening. Of course, it stands first. We have to give our full attention to the speaker, not through our ears, but even through our body language. We have to maintain eye contact. We should avoid our own distractions. The speaker is speaking and we are doing something down. We are doing something, we are going up. So it is not good, right? So we have to practice active listening. The second one is ask clarifying questions. If that attitude, we should listen because we can get something from him. He's telling a small thing or big thing, a story or something. We'll be having a message from every speech. Okay? So we have to listen to understand and not to replay. And the fourth one and most important one is we have to respect the speaker. We have to respect the view of him. Not everyone will have the same perspective. Okay? Everyone will have a different opinion on every matter. But still, even I don't agree with what he said, but still I have to respect he's telling that in his perspective. Okay? And the last one is we have to practice empathy. We have to understand the emotion of the speaker. Of course, active learning stands first. Still, empathy matters. Trust me, becoming a good listener will actually take time because it is not that easy to be a listener. But it's so worth it. And now we move on to we are at the end of our meeting. We have done all those things right. Whether in personal relationship or professional setting, truly listening to someone is a gift we can give. Yeah, right, because understanding is the basic need. So the best gift we can give is our time to listen. Do you know something? The leaders who are good listeners are rated as most effective by their teams. While starting, a team will be having 15 to 20 members. But at the next level, at the leader level, only one can do. What about the remaining 40? Why they are not? Because they may not be good at listening. Right? So if we want to stand at the top, we first should be a good listeners. I want to leave a famous thought. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to replay. We have to take this challenge to ourselves to be the exception. We should not be like that. Yeah. So finally, thank you for being such attentive listeners today. And remember, listening is not just a skill, but a superpower. Let's use it to make our conversation more meaningful and our connection stronger. I hope the insights on the power of listening have resonated with you. For those who missed this session, because most of our members are not here today, I believe they will listen the recording to learn about listening and in doing so, becoming a better listener themselves. Before I hand over the stage, let me leave you a fun challenge. Who's ready for that? You're ready. Okay, I invite John. I have a tongue twister for you. I'll say it once. You have to tap. Listening, the lapse in listening leads to lively learning. Listen the lesson, learn the lesson, and be better listeners by listening. Okay, let's reduce the rate to 50%. I'll give up. Listening, the lapse in listening leads to lively learning.
Listening, the lapse in listening leads to like
Listening.
Listening, the lapse.
We have to listen.
Anyone wants to try completely?
Not completely. We are going to
Nice. Someone from the last row wants to try. Right? Listener? Listening, the lapse in the listening leads to lively learning. Listen to the lesson, learn the lesson, and be better listeners by listening. Okay? At the end, you all have to be listening, right? Finally, it's been my pleasure serving as your Toastmaster of the day. I hope you all enjoyed the meeting as how I did. With the joy, I would like to turn the control over to the presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeyamalini, for making us listen by doing so many things. So now it's time to choose the best role players. The ballots will be posted in the guest group and in the official group. Please vote for the best speakers, best role players, and table topic speakers. With this, we finish our last meeting in the month of August. Next meeting will be in the month of September. September has 5 weeks, so we have 5 meetings. We have planned our contest on September 29th, the last week of September. This is a tentative date, but most probably we'll try to get that date fixed. And the broad agenda for next month is we are planning to have one mock evaluation contest whole week in a mock humorous speech contest. Some of you might wonder how a mock humorous speech contest might go. You see, before the contest, you come here and deliver your speech and get feedback from all the fellow Toastmasters. And you can go home, work upon it, and then you can deliver it in the club. Usually it happens like how like they deliver it in the club contest, and then they receive some feedback from the members, and then you work upon it, and then go for the area level contest. We'll do it even before the club level contest, so that you can get perspective from different audience. Like when you are giving a speech here in the mock contest, you can see what works, what did not work in your speech, and then you can rework upon it, and then deliver it in the contest. So next month we are planning to have one education session on humorous speech, one humorous speech mock contest, one evaluation mock contest, and one regular meeting, and then finally the contest. And all your present to make all the mock contests and the regular meeting more valuable. So I request you all to come and attend it. Even if you don't participate, you come and criticize our speakers so that they can improve. And like before we close, if somebody wants to pick up the role for the next week's meeting, that is on September 1, you can raise your hands now. If somebody wants to take up the role on September 1st, our VT Education Toastmaster John will note it down. And do you want to take up any role next week?
No, I want to give you a speech.
You are going to give a speech? John, please take it over. Toastmaster John Jeyamalini wants to give icebreaker next week. Anybody else wanted to take up any role on September 1st? On September 1st, we are also having an education session on humorous speech. Okay, with this, I announce the ballot results. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Abhilasha. Best role player goes to the bookmaster, Toastmaster Abhilasha. The best speaker of the day is obviously Toastmaster John. The best evaluator is the best main role player. Can you guys know this? Toastmaster Jeyamalini, but unfortunately we don't have the role players balance. It's got over.